welcome back to the channel. This video is a continuation of the video I done before when I promised when I was doing the review of the RT-Link 400 by Topdon that I would do a video basically highlighting some of the other manufacturers of scan tools, just for people kind of get a rough idea of names of companies that make them and stuff like that, to which there's many. So there's Autel, who have always been one of the big players, one of the big hitters in this industry. Autel have been around a long time. They do a lot of stuff for scanning vehicles, so they do everything from handheld scanners right through to professional use, £4,500, £5,000 scanners. There's iCarsoft, who are another big player in the industry. There's ThinkCar, again another big player in the industry. There's Snap-on, who do some of the best tools in the industry. There's one that I've got a soft spot for, which is Topdon. I reviewed their RT-Link 400 hand scanner earlier today. I love that little tool. It's a cracking little tool. Look up Topdon. So it's TOPDON, Topdon.com. They've got a place in China, they've got a place in America, they've got a place in the UK. They make a lot of fantastic stuff, from, again, like the RT-Link 400, from entry level stuff right up to their Phoenix series, which is Phoenix Lite, Phoenix Plus, Phoenix Elite, Phoenix Max. So they do a lot of elite high-end stuff as well. And these scanners can range anything from sort of £700 to £800 up to £5,000, £6,000, £7,000. So the functionality between Topdon's good ones, between Autel's good ones, Snap-on's good ones, all these companies I've mentioned, they all kind of do bi-directional scanners. They all kind of do ones with ADAS. They all try to do ones with coding, programming. They all do guided functions for VAG, and a lot of their scanners. A lot of them do online coding. A lot of them do key coding. A lot of them do mobilizer stuff. As I've said before, ADAS, which is driver aids and stuff like that, added on to newer vehicles. So a lot of these scanners are starting to come with these things now, and Foxwell's the same. They've got some quite advanced scanners. Autofix, who are a subsidiary of Autel, they have some as well. You even get little scanners now by Carly, for example. Plug it in and put the app on your phone, and yeah, all these things, a lot of them, in all honesty, they all do the same things, but some of them have more things to do, some of them have less things to do. But the idea of reading codes, erasing codes, they all do that. It's what other bells and whistles do they have, like bi-directional, like programming, like coding, like actuation, like service functions, like these things are all features that they cost more money for these scanners, but they're all equally as good. One thing that a lot of them do is, initially when you buy the product, you will get 1 year, 2 years, some of them even give you 3 years free subscription. So that means like an update. So all the new vehicles that come out, all the new updates that come out, you will receive free for that time. But after that, you will have to pay a price. Now the price can vary between £50, £600, £700, £800, £1,000 even. So always have a look when you're buying one of these scanners about what the costs are. Some of them are free, but what the costs are above the price of the scanner each year, or every 2 years or whatever it is. A lot of the tablet-based scanners, if you don't update, so if you don't pay the subscription, they're still usable, but they're only usable with the software they have and the updates they have. They're not usable with the new software. There's also sometimes, it's a little bit of a misconception really, but you'll plug a scanner into a car and it might come back saying there's 4 modules that it can't communicate with. Now, a lot of the time, that's not the scanner's fault. A lot of the time, that is a fault of the vehicle when it's been manufactured. It's not so much a fault, but what I mean is the manufacturer's program into the vehicle what it is available to communicate with and what modules are available and what services are available and stuff like that in the vehicle. So although a scanner might have 30 functions that it can do, servicing functions, one vehicle might allow 30, one vehicle might only allow 5 or 10. So, one vehicle might be able to do actuation tests on everything, and other vehicles might only be able to do 2 or 3 things. So it just depends on the vehicle. But I just thought I would make this little short video to try and address some of those issues. There are so many manufacturers of these things out there. Take your time, have a look around, Google it, and sometimes don't overlook the ones that you've never heard of, like Autofix, like iCarSoft, like a few others. Don't overlook them. Maybe look into them. You never know what you can find out there. There's a few Chinese ones, Nextas, for example. It's worth looking into. So I would recommend that if you're looking for a tool, you get a budget and you look for everything you can within that budget, including obscure tools, because you just never know what you're getting, and always look for hidden costs. So hopefully you like my video. If you do, like it, subscribe, you do me a favour. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one.